Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV, continuing our journey of an Archer episode 5. Alright. Do that one first. Seems like they're becoming even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the woman folk from time to time. Raven, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh, off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every only adventurer Moen said you'd be. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, don't forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. But thank you for sparing the time. I realise you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Averig, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are. You see an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avira was once. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first to ask you your name. I shan't forget. Okay. Thank you. I pray that we meet again. Farewell. Adventuring can be cruel and bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild, here I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the ass looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours. Yeah, what did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? You're beginning to move in earnest then. The Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do, knowing that if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on the door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of bleeding Ul'Dan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them has helped make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece, off you go. Right, so off to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Guess do the archers first and then continue the main quest line. I'd hoped you would come. You may be able to help me. I am concerned about Leah and Sylvia. They show signs of losing perspective and, well, maybe it's best you see for yourself. I cannot help but feel that both would benefit from your counsel. Consider this a personal request. Okay. Oh, I hate that guy. He needs a kicking. Oh gods, did Lucian send you to pester me? By any chance, this is hardly her concern and it is most definitely not yours. If you must know, I have decided to leave the guild. Okay, bye. I mean to track down Puar Mujuk and finish what we started. The God's Quiver and Wood Whalers seem content to ignore our warnings, but I will not let her escape again. I already made that mistake once and it cost me my place in the God's Quiver. I, the foolish young sentry of whom I spoke, he was me. We had her, there was no escape, but then she began to wail about a wounded comrade, one who would surely die without her help. She looked me straight in the eye and begged. And I blinked. I failed to see through the most elementary ruse. I failed Gridania and the God's Quiver, and while that can never be forgiven, mayhap I can reclaim a measure of honour by stopping her. But a wanderer like you would not understand what it means to betray your people. Worry not, I do not intend to leave just yet. Oh fuck, shame. Go on, go, bye pal. I will continue to gather information until I am certain of Mujuk's whereabouts. Make no mistake though, it is only a matter of time. Now run along, will you? Oh, and if you are so concerned about your fellow guildmates, you should attend to that moping Miko. The sight of her shuffling around whilst staring at her defeat is bad for morale. Not that it matters to me. Oh, it's you. Tell me, do you ever think about home? No, not really. Do you ever wish you could go back? No. Mine was just another poor village in the Twelveswood. The fields were more stone than soil, and merchants hardly ever bothered to visit. We didn't have a lot, but we didn't need it. And then the calamity came. I remember running and the screams. It was so loud, so unbearably loud, and then I was here, in a strange city surrounded by more people than I'd ever seen, and I didn't know any of them. But I knew how to hunt. I was always good at hunting, and the guild gave me a place to get better. At least I thought I'd gotten better. She was so much more. I've been thinking that maybe this is a sign. Maybe Sylvia is right, and this guild, this city, is no place for an outsider like me. No, stay. And so I've decided to leave. I'm glad to have known you, even if it was only for a short while. Forgive me if this is too selfish a request, but before I go, I would like to meet with you one last time. Alone in the South Shroud, these Gridanians would not understand. Okay. So, head to Quarry Mill. We have reached our destination. Do not hurt her. Well, they could try. And now I was thinking you might accept my kind invitation. I don't recall inviting her though. 'Tis rude to presume, Missy, and I do so hate rudeness. Wait, it's not her fault, it's mine. I invited her. She's a member of the Archers Guild like me, and she's not Gridanian. I do begin to recall her face. Knows how to hold a bow, and that one, well, she ain't the typical recruit, but I reckon I might be willing to make an exception. No, it's not like that. I wanted to say goodbye. No, don't go. Stay. Get rid of that other idiot. Sylvia. Let him go. Ever since I met Poir, I've been at a loss, but I realise now that my place isn't at the guild, it's with the Gridanians. They'll never accept me. This is where I belong, with my people, carrying our traditions, our archery, not Gridanians. Okay. It's all I have left, so I'm going with Poir. Poir. Maybe you don't understand now, but just promise me you won't tell Lucien or Sylvia. Okay. Made a peace with your little friend, have you? Right then, let's get it on with it. Put an arrow in it. Well, you could try, love. Ain't no love lost twist you in the guild, is there? Then what's the problem with feathering a bloody adventurer? No bugger will miss her. I'll miss her, alright? So just stop. Dear me, and I had such high hopes for you, Miss Aliapo. Waste of bloody time. A keeper what's lost her nerves, about as much use to me as a glass bow. But there's no sport in killing captured prey. I'd better not see neither of you again, because if I do, I'll show you what happens to prey. What's daft enough to get caught twice? Away, sisters, away. Oh, I thought we were going to fight. How do you do it? How do you live in this place with these people? And why do you even bother? What have they ever given you besides scorn? Well, what do you see in them? Even though you joined the guild after I did, you've come so far, so quickly, maybe you've even surpassed me. I have to know how you've done it. I have to know what it is that I'm doing wrong. And there's only one way I can think of to find out. Meet me at the Bannock. Okay. Off to Branch Meadows. Sure you could jump up that. I guess not. Shall we begin? Then defend yourself. Show me what these people have taught you. Oh, I don't want to fight you. I want to fight that Sylvier. Kill the twat. It's so simple. You have opened your eyes and looked beyond your master's faults. You've accepted their teachings and taken them to heart. Even Sylvier, for all his bigotry, wishes only to preserve his traditions. I lost sight of everyone else's struggles and became obsessed with mine. I was so afraid to let go of my cherished notion of archery, my family's notion, and learn another way. I didn't want to betray them or dishonour their memory. But I have a family here too, a family that sees the wider world and is willing to show me how blinkered I have become. As archers, we train our eyes and minds to be unforgiving, to defy any attempt at concealment and discern the naked truth. It is little wonder that I have neglected to look inside myself until now. Though unquestionably worthwhile, I have found the experience rather excruciating. Thank you. I know now that I belong at the Guild, together with you and Lucian. Aww. And yes, even that bloody Wildwood, gods help me, I think I might actually miss him. Okay. Yeah, back to the Archers Guild. Oh well. Welcome home. You need not say a word. One look at Leah's eyes was enough. Thank you for returning her to us. When we focus on a single goal and pursue it with passion and fervour, it becomes easy to lose sight of what else lies before us. With your skill and vision, you can help your fellow archers to look beyond themselves and remember their comrades. I hope I can count on your support in the future. Yeah, I didn't think I could wear them. Right, so just a helmet really. +9. Okay. Raptown longbow. That was it? Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the main quests. Then continue the archers once we hit level 30. We've still got a long way to go, and we still haven't unlocked a mount, and we're level 26. But all this running around keeps us thin. Tataloo! Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms. Aww. Yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Ah! Cough. I would thank you not to speak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is a private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Well, I'm not sure if she coughed or told me to fuck off. Here at the behest of Yeda and Papillimo. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. Okay. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I take it you're Raven Nightingale. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. I'm pretty sure I can't wear gloves. No, okay. Give us the cash. Girls gotta eat.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
I guess so.
Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
'Tis a pleasure, I'm sure.
I have awaited your coming.
I bet you have, love.
Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are right to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
No.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space? A mind without a body?
Only when extremely pissed.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul. a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Oh, so you only want me for my power, nothing more. Not my skill, just my power. Fine. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example, I'm familiar with them. They're individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of welcoming gift, I have taken liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in the adventuring endeavours. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutual beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves a greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture. Was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another from a field. Or when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Okay, so I'll just go around and tell everybody. Okay, retainers now available. We Scions have but one objective: to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as Privals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer. Oh, okay, well, we have to choose. Alright. Let's say that.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down.
Well, I kind of have to because I can't get any further.
I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Me too. Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
So true.
The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure, I'm sure.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task.
Okay.
Ferianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery at a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is the judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to the preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Eisenbard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Okay. Can you fly? I'm Eisenbard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word of an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amaljar. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look at me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims return safely. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amaljar's hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama, Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the dead before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amaljas still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Right. Okay, I'm carrying 3 bodies. Yeah, I ain't that strong. And where the hell am I putting them? There must be some size bloody pocket. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of your falling? Or our falling? Yeah, and I don't know where the hell they're stored, but somewhere in my pockets. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day, I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such missive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great and the question too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travellers pass through Drybone every day, and even if we were one among them, how would we best discover what we may be implicit in these vanishings? What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons of these vanishings. 12 forbid it so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings here. I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Okay. That's the twat that sent guys after us in Uldar. Well, gods be damned, you're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Uldar. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? To kill you, twat, you ran off. Dear friend Belch, missing people, please help. Yours, Eisenbart. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Play them all for fools and coerce them some hard labour out of it, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all their disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Yeah, still you're kicking arsehole. 3 guys and then fucking ran off. But please, miss, just leave me be. Okay, sorry. I've nothing to say but this, full take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Is it because I'm a 6-foot bunny no one wants to talk to me? What do you want from me? I don't know anything. I swear, please don't. I'm only a bunny. I'm not here to kill you. Yeah, it looks like people are afraid of 6-foot bunnies. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. Well, then again, a 6-foot bunny walking around, yeah, probably. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me. In your absence, the common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak to you freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. Give me the money. Right. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask them at the Church of St. Adama Lambdala. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you're heading there, I might ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse, a morbid request I grant you. But it must be borne to the burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquez, sorry. He tends the graves of the Lichard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Great. I'm an undertaker. I'd love to know where the hell I'm storing these bodies. Muggies. Muggies. I am Muggies. Yes, a body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologise, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Okay. Key items. Alright. I'm a gravedigger now too. Undertaker and gravedigger. May they all walk in Falls realms. What, missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can? She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why though. Pardon me, you will find Sister Orson within the church walls. Awesome. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Yeah, bloody because none of yous would. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants. It is true, I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Mikey would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behaviour ill befits the Church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offence at his conduct. I must have words with Maki, and soon. Thank you. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn all the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you? Well, yeah, bloody grave digger and an undertaker. A pleasure, my dear Eisenbach. The name is Thancred, and I share the passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth in his notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors away from prying eyes. Who better to take their pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good sister Ocean herself? She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still the Lich Keep on my ears. I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Give me the money! Sister Alison, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, she could not. Right. I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Elson's activities. Way up there. I'll give you a hand. Ah. Can't see any more. Hey, you owe me a pint for saving your life, pal. Please help. Sister Alison went out all on her own and she hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here, but fall on the other order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child, yes. Well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Sister Alison was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. God's forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I'm well glad I reserved that in-room for Sister Alison. She seems to receive greater injuries than her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came along looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja's encampment at the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Ah, there you are. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Isambard. She said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Alison, near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as the encampment, but, well, let's just say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you. Would you be so kind to take a look inside? You chicken shit! Well, did everything tickle your fancy? This leaflet, see the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though atrocious as it may be, and these bits of Mount Naldhovel seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order Penders. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone and let us see what Sister Alison makes of it. My saviour comes again. To what do I owe the honour this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? The plot thickens. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary. On our hands, I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Okay. So now I'm a messenger. Undertaker, gravedigger, messenger. I hope I get paid well. Posing as a priest to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again. I shall keep my ears and eyes open now more than ever. Give me the money. Right. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any of this camp given me cause of doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest using leaflets bearing false promises to lure people. Let Raven and me serve by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tonics and slops should serve your needs so long as you don't mind the smell and stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. So as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don on the gold garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Another refugee by looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your life. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Screw you, pal. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings now. Get out of here so I can finish my story. Well, you tell your story, pal. Buy me a pint at the same time. I preach the teachings of Azimir, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. What is it? God's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Screw you. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away helpless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the order of Nardhol, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of Bunari. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer. Unguessed. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I am a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder the pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant is all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? What kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule of crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines for this. I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring people. So I posed as a priest to luring the invulnerable and give them over to Malja. I didn't have a choice. Yeah, you did. Protecting one's home is a noble thing. but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames. Yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja paid me. You sacrificed innocence that you could line your pockets with fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves for all the gods. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. Oh, yeah, right. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe all that leaves your mouth, but no matter, there will be time enough to learn the truth. Be dear and take the word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Okay. Do you have any letters? Yeah. Welcome back. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. Many thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none of the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause, that you might take to the field suitably prepared. I would have you meet with the goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment in the Eorzea. The knowledge of his method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it is now being disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for the pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. What would you say if I told you that the inanimate objects you possess are a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul's question is not their own, but that of their owner. The faithful service, the arms and armour that we use can come to hold our spiritual energy, thus do we form a spirit bond with them. The spirit energy can be drawn out and converted into material. A special kind of crystal that can be attached to guide our entity's properties. I am well versed in the way of the material extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. Okay. You're ready to commence your learning. Good, as you will have gathered by now, materia is a crystallized form of one spiritual energy. Now this energy is derived from an individual psyche. A volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped. See, and this is achieved by melding it into gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of the craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak to Phobos. Melding is her field of expertise. Okay. Who is Uplander? Come to 10th ring of Mutamix Bodily Bots. Hand over the dagger. Fighty tool drinks an airy self. When full of air self, or fighty tool changes to stony shine, name of materia. If materia join with other fighty tool, the big eyes fighty tool gains power of air self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is a friend of Minfilia. Yes, I am. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings fighty tool to Mutamix, yes. Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now eyes of Uplander point at fighty tool, yes. Materia join with fighty tool. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take fighty tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its own spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue your host with the item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned the dagger of yours from something that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth the Uplander wishes to be a joiner of material. Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of craft making. With knowings of craft making, Uplander can become joiner of material. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of material, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Utamites. Okay, so off back to Halatali. Hello adventurer, I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade of the Scion by allegiance, and you, my friend, look like an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just a place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in the corner of Eastern Fanland lies Halatali, and it is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past its training grounds for gladiators. The calamity laid to ruin, though, as it did most things. Now Halatali is a shadow of its former self, but in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there is no place finer than Halatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with the Fafajoni near the entryway. Okay. Welcome back. I trust your visit to Bonfire proved fruitful? Yes. What a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can be different between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, so make it your ally. Now it's time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust. He's not our friend, traitorous twat, and still want to kill him. The false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalji responsible for abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust to attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of crystal. So So off back to Camp Drybank. Ah, you're Raven Nightingale of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture the Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware of their man. Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place in the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more from the Amalja plot. If the mission succeeds, let's make sure it does. Traitor's twat. Guaranteed he set us up. There's the bait in place. Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. You think? I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your very movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. We're winning. Put up your weapon. Sure, okay. We're comrades of dead man. Look, seriously, you said put up my weapon so I can shoot you, pal. Didn't say put down my weapon. We had time, we could have shot him. Bring her. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. I fear the Malja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in my hand. Okay. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you grace with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages, who know not your Godheed. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. But what's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning the souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Kill the twat. He deserves it. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions, feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God, your words are my bread. Impossible, by what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth thy frail mortal frame can serve a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the goddesses blessed, of godless blessed numbers. The paragons warned of fine aberrant kind. Fine existence is not to be suffered. Damn, you got my breath. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent too. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even talking Eldan interference into camp. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. The meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that it was all worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet to find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength, could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task that is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so, as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behaviour. Ah, there you are, then. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity after witnessing their gods in defeat. The Amalji will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah yes, I was in the process of apologising. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of the body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered, But it all suits me well to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is a deed of no ordinary individual. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary, on the contrary. I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undiminished. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to the mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands. When you are good and ready, we can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Alright, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for hanging out with me, I really appreciate it. Take it easy and have a good one.